Do a poll so we. Okay.
Period.
Let me see the scarf. Zoom into me.
How I'm gonna start. All right, what's up, everybody? It's the Osiris Assad podcast show, season 1, episode 10, and I'm here with one of my closest friends, Chris dinero. Everybody clap it up for the king. So today we're gonna be talking about a few things. We're gonna be getting into like friendship and shit, relationships, podcasting, all of that. So let me just give them like a quick run on who you are, or honestly, you could do that for them. So like, what would you say is your favorite part about being a New Yorker? One, because we both from New York, and I want you to also tell them your age, your name, and where they can find you.
Well, my name is Chris. I'm 26. I'm in Queens. I would say like my favorite part of like being in New York is just like the fashion, like fashion styling and just being in New York Fashion Week, doing different type of shows. So I've been in New York like all my life, like 26 years of my life. So like I feel like the fashion world being in New York, it just matches my aesthetic. So like I'm just a Queens boy. Like I'm a city boy.
Queens all day. Queens get the money, and I want to know what is your favorite borough in New York?
Queens.
And then what would you say is your least favorite part about living in New York sometimes?
I would say like the taxing. Like I feel like New York just have to work on their taxing because I feel like it's a lot of people that just live in New York that they're just taxing. Like it could be like going to the store or getting bacon, egg, and cheese. Like I remember like going to school, bacon, egg, and cheese was like $3, and now it's like $6. So like I feel like just being in New York, just about taxing, just the living part. Like I feel like they got to work on that more so. Because like if you go to Houston or if you go to North Carolina or different other cities, like they're not taxing as much as New York. So I feel like that's like the most. It's just like damn, like they be taxing and shit.
And are you a younger sibling or an older sibling? Well, I already know, but just to let them know.
I'm an older sibling. I have a little brother. His name is King. Actually, his birthday is today. So happy birthday, King!
Happy birthday, King! It's his birthday. Wait,
yes.
He's what? Gemini. Aquarius?
He's Aquarius.
Aquarius. Happy birthday, King!
Period.
The name is fitting. What's your favorite part about being an older sibling?
I don't know. Like I feel like it's just more so like having a kid.
Yeah, you like you do have a kid on you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
father.
right.
I'm a motherfucker.
Like it's more so about like having like I feel like it's like having a kid because it's just like I treat him as my kid. Even though I don't want no kids, but I feel like he just kind of changed my life more so. Like I feel like I just want to be the best version of myself, so that way when he looks up to me, like he just could be like, my brother did this and my brother did that and he accomplished this and he accomplished that. So I just want to be the biggest inspiration for him in life, so that way like he can as he get older he can be like, what, my brother hustles, so I'm gonna do the same thing. So I feel like that's the most big part of being a bigger brother.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be spoiled, but I feel like he's definitely going to take after you and wanting to get to it. Because, I mean, he already has by the time he wants to start doing shit, we're already going to be all the way through the door.
Exactly.
So it's not going to be much of a challenge for him. And how do you feel about when people, it's something called, it's nepotism and it's something else. So people say that when you let your family through the door, they feel like that's wrong because they feel like you have a bias towards the people you love and you let people who might not be as qualified into the door. How do you feel about nepotism? And would you, like, when you're successful, would you let, your kids work for what they got, or do you feel like they should be paid in a sense? Or do you feel like you should be able to be the one to push them through those doors? Like, what do you think about that? Should they like work on their own, or should you push them?
Well, that's a great question, and the only reason why I say it's a great question is because I feel like it's both. Because if I feel like I have qualities of giving my brother or anybody that I'm close with an opportunity, I'm gonna give it to them. Only because it's kind of hard of like putting your foot through the door, because like you get knocked down with so many obstacles and it's just really hard to push through. But at the end of the day, I want him to still work for what he accomplished. And when I say that, it's like when he, anything he wants to accomplish, like being a firefighter or a police officer, or even being in like the model industry that I am, or doing fashion styling, I want him to be like, well, I did that on my own instead of my brother pushing me through. Because like when when you get that opportunity, a lot of people's gonna throw backlash and be like, "Well, you got that from your brother, or you got that from your family, and that's the only reason why you're accomplished."
Yep.
But it's just two sides. Like I feel like if he's not able to kick the door through to what he wants to accomplish, I'm gonna make that happen.
Period.
But I want him to still hustle and continue to be like very consistent on what he wants to specifically do, or anybody, not even my brother. Like it could be friends, close friends, like your parents, or just whatsoever.
No, I feel that. I feel that. I definitely feel the same sentiments. I do think it's a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get into more things. All right. So you have a podcast called Tea with the Group Chat.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how that started and what caused it to be a rip in the consistency. I would say because I feel like y'all were doing really good, like with the consistency and posting. So like, what made you want to work with the person you collaborated with, Tyla, and what made you want to start it, and what made you take a little break from it?
Well, it's crazy because I didn't start it. Like she basically brought the opportunity to me because everybody, like all my friends, like they'd be like, "Christian, I can see you doing this or doing YouTube or being on television." And like I'm not gonna lie, like I was just kind of doubling down on it only because it's that I live a peaceful life and I didn't want to go through any backlash or whatsoever. Like not that I can't handle it. Right. But she brought the opportunity to me actually. She had called me and she was just like, "What do you think about doing a podcast?" Because at first she just wanted me to do it, like just my podcast. And I was procrastinating a little bit, and then she was just like, "You know what? I'm gonna put money up for this first episode, see how it goes." And then when I first did it, I was like, "Nah, bitch, I kind of fuck with this. It's kind of cool, like being in front of the camera and just being free and just saying what you want to say or discussing different type of topics." So she definitely brought the opportunity to me when she called me, and I was just like, "Okay, let's do it." We did one episode, then we were just being consistent on it. We're kind of on pause right now because she just had a baby. But like, yeah, she brought the opportunity, and we started doing different episodes, and everybody was just fucking with it. Like everybody was just like, y'all popping y'all shit, y'all look good on camera, y'all talk about good topics, and I feel like what I do kind of relates to other people, and I like that. Like I feel like if something that I'm doing is helping somebody else continue to be consistent on what they're specifically doing, I'm all for it. So yeah.
And what would you say is your favorite time of being on that podcast? What would you say is your favorite episode so far?
I have to say Anna because she is like one of my dearest friends, and she didn't have to do it, but the fact that she did it and she kind of made it more of a splash. Like I would never forget. Like within the 24 hours that we posted our first episode, we got like 20K views.
That's crazy.
And I feel like I appreciate her so much because when I started doing the episode with her, like don't get me wrong, I love all my guests, but I feel like she kind of opened the door for other people to see what we're about. So, and she was fun. Like she was a very fun girl, and like she wasn't like very bougie because like we have other guests or other like stars or whatsoever. Sometimes they could come off a little standoffish. So I'm glad that she was very open, very kind, and very sweet, and able to do the podcast. But more so her because we had a ball, and plus we was drunk.
Period. I believe just Actually, let me open this honestly, and I'm gonna edit this out because I'm not promoting no brands till we get them brand deals.
Period.
That actually is good, Domingo. Now, what would you say is like your least favorite part about podcasting, editing, and like all of that stuff?
It takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Like it's a lot of work. It's not easy at all. Only because it's just like you got to make sure you're asking the right questions. You got to make sure that the fans that are watching episodes, they want to make sure that you're asking the right questions, so that way they know information that they don't know. Just a segment more so part. Like I remember, like every guest had to create a long segment, make sure I'm asking interesting questions. And the editing wasn't as bad only because we had people to edit for us. But it's just more so just, creating segments, making sure that you have the right guest on and making sure that you're asking the right questions, I would say. Like, it's the most part.
I feel you because I feel like doing podcasts and I sort of had that same issue where it's like once I get in the groove of wanting to know more questions and ask more questions, I feel like by then I have 1,000 questions and that's not enough to fit in a short amount of time. But sometimes you need to like get the questions out right in the moment and you don't have enough time. So would you do another project like that again, where it's like a collaborative project with like someone you know, or friends or family? Like, how do you feel about stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Period.
Like I feel like family is like the most important part because they just feel
Right.
more comfortable,
Right.
and like you basically get to have a good time, because like having family or friends on your podcast is more different than having somebody that you really don't know, because you don't know if they will get offended by certain questions.
Mhm.
So I don't know, like it's just more enjoyable. That's why I mostly did it with Tyla, because she is one of my closest friends, and like we relate on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And like when we create segments or whatsoever, like we always agree about what the questions that we're gonna ask our guests. So like just having friends or people that you are close with is more comfortable. Like how I'm having the podcast with you, and we've been close for almost 3 or 4 years. It's just more so comfortable because I'm kind of critical with working with other people that I really don't know, because like I don't know like what questions that they're gonna ask me whatsoever. But I'm definitely open to it
I feel you. No,
as
I
long as
feel
the
you.
money is.
Because I feel you. Because I love working with people that I know rather than people who are like entertainers. Because I could work with Beyonce today or my friends. I'm probably going to choose my friends. And people might say,
Mhm.
"Oh, that's dumb," but for me, it's a comfortability thing, and I do feel like there's more growth and abundance in things where you feel more spiritually drawn or comfortable in.
Yeah.
So just like me, I've never drunk on a podcast because I've always felt like, oh, my guests probably gonna crucify me or be mad that I show or that I'm drinking. But you know, a lot of them be with it, and you don't really know till you get there. Whereas like friends, I could just have this vibe with you off the rip.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday. I would say Christmas. Not for me, but more so for like my mom or my brother. Like I love spoiling my brother,
I feel
only because like I would want him to have everything that I have. Because like when I grow up, like I didn't have. I mean, I had toys or whatsoever, and I was spoiled. But like I would want him to basically have the same lifestyle that I have.
yeah.
So it's just more so about just gifting him. So that would be my favorite holiday.
I
Just gifting
love
my
that.
little brother.
And I was going to ask this too. Do you feel like when a new kid comes in the picture, do you feel like the parent automatically chooses a new favorite, or do you feel like there's any jealousy when they get a new
Yes,
child? Like, how do
they
you feel
choose
about
a
that?
favorite, because, and I'll only say that, like my mom loves both her kids. Like don't get me
No, I
wrong,
feel you.
but since he's like the younger one, she shows him more affectionate, only because he is
Yeah.
young and I'm now grown. So it's more so like I wouldn't say favorite more so, but it's just like he's getting all the love and
All the
all the
love.
affectionate
Yeah.
and more so all the attention. Because I'm good, like I'm good.
He
I'm
said, "Nigga,
set.
I'm good. I don't need
I got
that."
my own bread. I got my own money. So it's just like, but she definitely shows him like the more affection and the more love, like the more motherly
I feel
love.
you. Do you feel like even though you're a little bit older, do you still feel like people need that, or maybe even you still need that as you get older, or no?
Sometimes, and the only reason why I say that is because my mom shows me tough love.
Yeah.
And when I say tough love, is she prepared me for the world about, because she already knew that like I'm gonna pursue anything that I want to pursue. She wants to encourage that. So she knows like, hey, if my son is able to do this or able to do that, and someone says something, he's not gonna give a fuck because I'm giving him that tough love
That.
to
Mhm.
basically continue on, being consistent where he's at and not allowing everybody else to block what he has going on. So like, if I was to call my mom about advice, she gonna be like, she's not gonna be affectionate with me. She gonna be like, man, fuck them. Like at the end of the day, do your shit, pop your shit. You have your own money, you have your own bread, you got a good job, you got a lot of things going on for yourself. So she's more so like that. And I appreciate that, because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of kids need tough love, because if you're just so sweet with them, they're just gonna be very like sensitive to the world. And
Hmm.
it's just like you don't know like what a lot of people put in this world, to where it's just like you're allowing them to break you down
Hmm.
from something that you want to pursue, instead of like continuing on what you want to do.
Yeah, I do feel like if you do want to be like a gentle parent, you have to over educate your child. Like, I feel like a lot of parents make, because I feel like I realized I wasn't getting the proper education, so I went in deep into studying things on my own because I knew my parents were not essentially raising me to the best of their ability. But I feel like that's most people in the world. Like, we all have things we've been through, and we all might not be doing everything at every moment to the best of our ability. But I definitely feel like there's just a certain way you should go about things when you have kids, especially. But I definitely do feel that, like, OD. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like, when I get older, I wouldn't say I need the motherly love, but I definitely think it feels good. I'm not going to act like it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. So, what would you say is your favorite character, or let me not say character, what would you say is your favorite person from Love Island? Let's get into that real quick. Oh, top two. Oh, top three. You can do top three. You can do like two boys, two girls.
I'm gonna get canceled.
All right, we can next question real quick.
Right, but no, I'll answer it. My favorite top two girls is, I would say, Huda and Alondria, because it's like Alondria, like I wasn't really necessarily a fan of her on her season, just because I feel like she deserved more as a woman. But after, I feel like I judged her too quick, because when she came out of the island, like I feel like she was like doing her shit, and I feel like that's the most attractive thing from a woman.
For sure.
Like when you're doing your shit, you're a boss. You are just very optimistic. You know, you're going for your goals, and I think that that's exactly what she did. And a lot of the backlash that she got on that show, she was able to definitely still be a boss and still continue to be consistent with what she wanted to do. Oh, yeah. And when I say that, it's like when I say like modeling whatsoever, like, and that's what I'm talking about, like consistency. Like never allow someone to break you down from doing what you want to do, because I feel like when you be in too much of the social media shit, sometimes you just, you know, be in a little wall and you really don't want to do anything. Yeah. So I'm glad that she got out of that hole and was able to, you know, definitely like, you know, pop her shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like sometimes I do, like me. I'm not even a big influencer, and I feel like sometimes when I see shit that go viral, and people go crazy on me in the comments. Like there might be once in every blue moon that something actually might hurt. So I can only imagine what they're dealing with on their level. And I would say Alandria and Justine. Like I love those two.
Justine was dope too.
Yes, I love her because I love an OG and original, like somebody who like paved the way for other people. Like I live for stuff like that because I feel like a lot of other girls were able to get on after her, and I feel like they started catering the seasons more towards black women. At least having more of them on. I do feel like they could do better with how they treat them, or like the guys they bring on for them. Because a lot of the guys, I feel like when they have them on, they don't really like the black woman that's on there or black woman in general. Like you hear, it's the darkest man in the room talking about he wants a Caucasian woman, and it's like five black women in the room right in front of him who would be more than willing to pursue something. So I would definitely say Justine and Alandria, because I do feel like they have like a get up 10 sort of mentality. I feel like, and I do respect the way Alandria does things. I feel like it's exactly how I want to do things, where it's like I want to put myself out there slowly. I don't want to give too much, but right when I start giving too much, I want to really hit them like over and over and over. Like I feel like when you starting something up, it kind of has to have like a natural growth to it. Like I'm one of those people who's okay with starting from ground zero and doing it over and over again till it reaches a pinnacle. So I respect that. And I was also going to ask, who is your favorite two guys from Love Island?
I don't really like have two guys. I'm more so like a girl's girl. I'm just all about just women just being bossed up.
Oh, Bergie.
That's crazy because I watch a show called The Traders on Peacock, and he's actually on the show.
I just started watching that too. Wait, I don't know if it was a Traders. I think it was. No, it was Traders. You watch Traders?
Yeah.
You seen the new one?
Yeah, I'm actually on the new one. The new one was with Robin, Mora from Love Island. It's tea. I fuck with it.
No, it's good.
I fuck with that show.
I don't know if y'all ever seen like Family Guy, but Traders is like that Family Guy episode where they all got invited to the mansion and they had to figure out who killed who. It's like something like that. All right, so
me and you'll be good traders.
We will be good.
I swear, if I ever go on Traders, book me and Cyrus. I'm telling you. We are on that show. I'm killing every fucking body. And I'm going to be like, wait, who? Like, wait, who killed him?
I might kill myself.
No, but we got to get to that stat.
Nah, you're right, because I'm definitely going to get to that bag on that shit. You feel me? And then we're going to split it. All right, so what's a guest or someone that you would love to have on right now if you could have them on? Like, you would start back up production and filming today if they was just like, yo, I'm in your city, let's work.
Another guest that I would have on my podcast, well, I would definitely have Anna again, only because like now that me and her, like when me and her did the podcast, we weren't friends. Like, you know, I didn't have her phone number, but I feel like that would be like more so a comfortable more setting. Like I feel like we would get into more things. Another guest that I will have on my show, I would say Black China, only because She was one of the girls that are dope. I would never forget when I actually went out for her birthday, and we went out to a dinner, and I'm like, yo, this girl is so dope. And only reason why I say that is because it's just like she was just very open of having like conversations with me. She was very comfortable with me, and she's a fun time. So I feel like I like having fun girls on my show, not people that's too standoffish that
Yeah.
really don't want to answer questions. But I feel like her testimony is more so important for other people to see, which other people do see. So like I really love how she had the transformation of just being Black China and then being Angela White. And that's very dope to me. Like I feel like her testimony is very strong, so I would definitely have her on my show to talk more about her testimony and what made her be the woman that she is now. But yeah, those would be my two top girls.
I agree. Whenever I interview her, I'm definitely gonna give you a call because I do remember when y'all had went out for her birthday, and I do feel like I do really respect someone who can do spiritual transitions like that, where it's just like, let me just clear myself spiritually from all that stuff, even if it's not happening in real time. At least try, or you're not making all the full adjustments. At least try to make that effort. So I could respect that. And I was gonna ask you something else. Oh, what's your favorite photo shoot you ever did?
Oh, that's a good question because I'll be bodying all these looks.
You do be out here.
I'll be bodying all these looks.
The silver box was my favorite.
Your favorite?
Yeah.
I would say more so. I like the jacket. I like the motorsport jacket that I did. With the Supreme bag.
Oh, the silver one.
Yeah,
that's my favorite one. Yeah.
Yeah, with the black gloves. I would say that's my favorite one.
That's my favorite one. What would you say is your least favorite photo shoot that you've ever done?
None.
Period. Now, what would you say is the story behind the picture of you and Anna? So I wanted to do this new segment that I wanted to introduce, and I think this is the perfect episode to introduce it. Where like I want to know what was going on that day that you took that picture, or like going through your head or through the moment you took it. So that picture with you and Anna, y'all was holding the middle finger out. That's like one of my favorite pictures on your page because it's like a mood picture. I love moods and aesthetics and vibes so bad because it's just like you just feel it more. But I feel like, what would you say was going on that day that you took that picture?
So we was in Jersey, and it was one of her bookings, and there was this photographer that he had DM'd me saying that he wanted to take pictures of her, and he wanted to use her for promo whatsoever. So I hit him up. I'm like, hey, we're gonna be in Jersey. We're gonna be at this spot. So if you want to pull up and take pictures of her, you're more than welcome to take pictures of her. And he actually pulled up, and like it was just me and Anna just being ourselves, like just being lit in the spot.
Is he leaving? I thought he wanted to say bye. Okay.
Y'all can come in. If he gonna edit this out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But okay. So what I did ask, would y'all ever do tea with the group chat again? And if y'all could have somebody on right now, like who would y'all have on?
Hello, y'all. I'm Scotty. I run the South. What was the question? You said what we do?
Oh yeah, would y'all do it again? And if y'all could have somebody on, who would y'all have on?
Oh, so I'll answer first. I would do it again. I have fun. Who would I have on? I have a few people. Right now, I would say Gorilla. Me personally.
Do you feel like there should be limits on who certain people have on their shows? Like, Oprah back in the day, she used to interview like racists and pedophiles and killers. Like, could you see yourself going to those extremes for like a really good interview? Or do you feel like there's certain people you just wouldn't touch, or you would just have to like interview? Like,
so before I thought that, like, we shouldn't have too many touch. Now, bring them all up.
Bring them all up. I feel that.
Bring them all up.
I feel that. Now,
what was the last question? I'm so sorry. I lost my train.
Who would y'all?
It was, would you do a podcast again? And if you would, who would you have on?
Okay, yeah, that was it.
Oh, I answered.
Yeah,
I said I would definitely do Anna and Black China.
Did Anna though?
I'm gonna have her again.
And again and again and again
no,
and again. Because she's that girl.
No, the only reason why I say that is because I feel like she brought a splash to the project. And when I say that, it's like more so like now that she's my homegirl, like she's more comfortable now,
Yeah.
and like she trusts me with questions whatsoever. Like we have like really a trust bond. So I feel like it'll be more fun. Like I like fun girls. Like
You know
I
what I
don't.
think so too? I think that was her in the beginning. I feel like she's like a whole nother person now. So we might get like a different type of like you know
y'all
when,
would get
you
it
know
would
when
pop.
you go
It would
through
pop
things,
more.
when you
Yeah.
go through things, like it turns you into a whole nother person. So whatever you
Yeah.
said before, you're like when you look back, like, oh my god, I said those things. I feel like she would be like give us a whole different type
Whole
of
different
vibe.
interview.
Like it's gonna
Yeah.
be on a
I feel
2.0.
exactly. I feel the same vibe intuitively speaking because I do feel like once people are more comfortable and more solidified in where they at, it's a whole different energy. Like, 'cause I
Yeah.
definitely feel like if 50,000 people saw it, 100,000 people will see it if y'all do it again. So I agree with that. And what would you say is y'all favorite clip, question, or moment from y'all filming time? Maybe something people did see. What y'all think?
You go first because I went first last.
My favorite clip. Um, I would say like the first episode where I don't know, like I was popping my shit on the first
Yeah.
episode.
You was probably
I was popping my shit on the
You
first
took over that whole
episode.
episode because I was so scared.
yeah.
I was popping my shit only because I feel like a lot of people be playing with me
Yeah.
and like they take advantage of my kindness because I am come off as a sweet person. And I feel like sometimes like I gotta pop my shit. And when I say that it's because it's game time, bitches.
It's game time.
I
Bitches.
think he's being sweet.
What
I
is
think he's talking about they take advantage of their kindness. No, they want me personally being his friend. I feel like they want his life. Like you know when somebody sees what you're doing and then now
And
they
want
want
it
to
for
do
themselves.
it
Yeah.
exactly, and because they can't seem to figure out a way to make it happen for themselves in whatever they're doing, then they start to piggyback and you start being miserable towards you, and you're like, well, what did I do to you? Why are you acting like that towards me? And I feel like that's a lot in terms of him specifically. A lot of people was like, oh, well, like, damn, Christian, why you keep winning? Like, you keep doing this. You're so fly. How you able to dress like this and do this and da da da? And then they start being weird. Real friends don't do that. So I feel like it's more like a jealousy thing. He's being nice. He was sugarcoating.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice, but basically piggyback on what she said.
I definitely
Stop hating and stop being envy and get it on your motherfucking own. If I'm able to do it, then you're able to do it.
But you know what? Let me not even tell that to people because sometimes when God puts something in you that you cannot replicate into other people, and other people gonna try to replicate that instead of creating their own. But some people are just not destined to have a lot, and that's just what it is. Like
you never know if you don't try, and
and
don't hate on me because you can't do it.
But I feel like you've been alive long enough, and you still ain't pop. Like, come on, like you obviously
switch it up, figure it together.
next.
And God don't like motherfucking ugly. So if you continue on that attitude, you ain't gonna never pop.
That's what I was getting
Tyla.
at. God don't like ugly. So I just feel like if you go about life doing things a certain way, God will never truly bless you. Like I feel like I've been through so much shit, but I'm so lucky because I've always followed God in the light. I don't care what nobody say. I have done bad things in my life, but I've also done a lot of good things, and I know no one could take that from me. So I definitely.
But the thing about it also as well too, like everybody seems to feel like that I'm like I feel like the biggest conception of me is people always be like, oh well, you just feel like you're better than everybody, and I don't feel like I'm better than everybody because everybody have to pull up their pants the same way how I pull up my pants. Everybody bleed the same way how I bleed.
That's projection.
And when I say that is because like I don't know, is it more so like my personality because everybody gravitate towards me and they be like, I really like you, like here's my number, like I like we could hang out whatsoever because like I have a personality to where no one can have the same personality as me because God gave me the personality where I needed to be. So it's just like, why are you mad?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm never mad at anybody because like all my friends, like I will want them to win. Like even you, Osiris, like when we be on the phone, like I'd be like, yes, do this, do that. Like you're gonna pop. Like your personality, your aura, the people that you chill with, your podcast and the episodes, like you're gonna pop and you could do this and you can basically tackle that. But it's just like I don't understand why friends is not able to provide or reciprocate the same energy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I always thought that was weird.
Yeah, but you know what it is. But you also seem like me. I feel like my friends I feel more comfortable changing my mind when I'm with my friends. Like if I was just like, yo, Chris, you need to get on your podcast shit today. Like I'm telling you, like da da da, you need to do this. I feel like you already are so sure of yourself sometimes that it's hard to be like convince you to do something you might not feel like doing in that moment. So I feel like, of course, if someone just like go for it, and you just like, I'm not mentally there right now. It's just like that's understandable. You just let some people take their time, but I feel like some people it really do be a jealousy thing from what I've seen, and I do feel like people want the friends you have, people want the life you have, and I do think it gets a little weird. Cause I do have
Even
experiences
if it's
dealing with
not
stuff like
jealousy,
that.
Very rare.
sometimes it's because people
Envious,
hear
it's
jealousy
enviousness.
and they just jump the gun like, "Oh, I'm not jealous of you." We'll use the
Then,
softer
like,
word,
then what is it?
animosity. A lot of it is
Animosity. Because I do feel like even some of the people, like I do feel like there's a lack of comfortability in speaking up, and maybe they said something, maybe they didn't, but I feel like either way, there does become a lack of comfortability for certain people to speak up, and I've realized that with like certain people in particular, like when dealing with you. But I do feel like at the end of the day, what's meant for you is meant for you, and I feel like honestly, when people do you wrong, I look at it more as like a blessing than
Yeah.
like a curse.
You gotta
You
have
know,
a strong personality too. Like Christian has a strong personality, so if you don't have a strong personality, you're obviously not gonna be able to click up and link up with
no,
whatever
that's
he
true.
has going on. Because if you're a weak bitch, you're not gonna be
You're
able to
not
be
gonna
friends
like
with
it. Yeah,
Christian because he's a strong person. He's gonna say how he feels, and if you can't handle it, then that sounds like a personal problem. Like you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He's always gonna tell you, no, this is not right, friend. No, you look a hot mess, which is what you should want. It's what you should want, and you might take it as an insult. But hey, babe, you rather me say it or you want somebody else to say it?
No, I feel it, and that's why I love cause I feel like sometimes I remember Chris will be like, "Yo, don't get too offended." I'm like, "No, I love when you give me the real because a lot of people, I hate to say kiss my ass because you start saying that and then people start being OD mean to combat what
No,
you
but
just said,
that's what it is. They like you,
but
so they're gonna
they're
kiss
gonna
your
kiss your
ass and
ass,
lie
yeah.
to you and sugarcoat you.
Yeah, and I do like when people, nah, you don't gotta be mean to me, but I do like when someone could be like, I don't like this. I just like you should do this and and not beat around the bush so much. Because I could be already a little indecisive with certain things because I want so many things and I'm so passionate. But I feel like he does give really sound advice. Like even if I don't agree, I do feel like it's sound, and I still feel like you could take from what he's saying. Like I don't think he's
Thank
ever telling
you.
you nothing to like hurt you, even
Yeah,
if it sounds
I
like
would
it
say
just
me
not giving that.
personally, like with me, like when I first started like really getting really close to Christian, I didn't have no sense of like real identity in a way. Like I still was trying to figure shit out and I was still hooked on other shit. So it's like when I met Christian, he kind of like, even though like when we started doing things, I voiced like let's do the podcast, whatever, and not even let's. I told him to do it on his own. I didn't even tell us to do it. I said you do it on
And
your
I
own.
told, and I told her.
I said do it on your own. You're a star. Da, da, da. And he's like, girl, like you are like shitting on yourself.
No,
You
you
have the
eat. I don't think
potential
you realize.
to be this. So he kind of pushed me to start doing that, and then now I'm like, okay, well I can do this. Now he's like, take pictures, do this, and then I started finding my own style because how I used to dress before compared to how I dress now, it's not even me. Oh, you're copying. Da, da, da. No, now I found myself. I finally got into my girly self and being more soft and not being hooked on shit that is so fucking irrelevant. He kind of brought that out of me, like, girl, you're a girl. You're a girl. This is about you. Like, dress up. You can dress up, but no matter if you're going to XYZ, dress up, look cute, look your best, and show them show them yourself.
Definitely.
And that is Christian.
Definitely, because you should definitely
Thank
know
you.
your worth. Because if I could see it for you, you should see it for yourself times 20. So I feel like, and that's just
Exactly.
anybody. But okay, I want to ask this too. I want to ask about. We're gonna get to friendships at the last topic, but I wanted to ask about DTV, Diamond the Body, and would y'all ever work with her, and any relationship y'all might have with her, and would y'all ever do like a podcast stream or anything like that with her? Would y'all even get into streaming? Like, how you feel about that?
Yeah. I used to do TikTok streaming. Remember when I was is that considered streaming?
That's basically streaming.
Technically,
How you felt about that? I got so many questions about that, but we can't.
Well, you was on the panel.
Yes, that shit was.
And we got canceled so many times on Twitter. Well, when I first streamed, sorry, that was we was a splash.
Mm-hmm.
We had
that was the biggest live.
Yeah, I was.
TikTok.
Yes, like we was like the biggest panel of Love Island on TikTok.
No, literally.
And like no sugarcoating, nothing. I made 10.
You had their cousins on. That's crazy.
Yes, like streaming is so fun.
Cousin on. We had Iris cousin on. Wow.
Yes, that was a splash, and I knew that if I was gonna put all my energy to it, it's gonna be a splash. Like anything I put my energy into it, God always has that favor for me. And I would never ever forget that. I swear on everything. I made so much fucking money on TikTok. Within 3 months, I made literally $15,000 on TikTok of talking about Love Island. Even like we always used to go on live every single night after the episode dropped, and within 10 minutes, like it'll be 500 views, 600 views.
1,000, 2,000.
So streaming is definitely fine. I don't think I will get into the Kick or the Twitch world.
Yeah.
I feel like you could.
I could see you doing it eventually.
The IRL with Twitch, I feel like you could
IRL, or especially like featuring shit. I feel like I could see you like starting off featuring and jumping into.
I'm just speaking into existence because even with TikTok, right?
Yeah.
So I blew up on TikTok before we did the podcast, and I kept telling Christian, I kept saying, do TikTok. I said, just go live. I said, he was like, oh, but I don't know the times to post. I said, okay, who cares about that? Yeah. Just go live. And then it just happened. He had gotten hooked on that show and was watching it so crazy. Next thing I know, he started going live. I said, yup.
You should have came up on the panel with us.
So at the time, I was doing live, but I was doing the midnight lives and I was doing panels, but not those type of panels. I started off doing the dating panels where they rate you. And,
I seen those.
Yeah, that's how I started. And that's actually, honestly, how I got most of my followers. Because when I first started and I first grew up on TikTok, I only had about like 5,000 followers. That's what it got me to from my videos. But what got me to 8,000 was the panels with the relationship things, because I'd get up there looking cute, have the flash on me, and they're like, oh, they like kind of switch you in a box, and if you're pretty, they're gonna put you up there. So that's what got me into it. And then I kind of stopped for a little while, and then I told him, I said, just go live. I said, you look good, go live. That's all they care about. You look good. They want to hear about. I said, you could just go live and just start dressing, and you don't even gotta go nowhere. But the Love Island thing was like chef's kiss. He actually watched that show, was into it, and everybody else was into it, so it was perfect. And
and I feel like the best thing about it too,
I feel like I'm like your fairy godmother. So
right?
Start Twitch. You're gonna get lit on Twitch now. You're gonna get lit on Twitch.
I was hearing her talk, and like everything that was popping into my mind, she was saying as I was thinking it. So I'm like, oh, she's really intuitive naturally. Like, so I could just tell, like, she's good for business, she's good for friendship. Like, people who really like speak to their heart or their spirituality, even if they know or not, them people be the best for business or advice. Like, period.
Especially when you take yourself out of it. Because, like I said, when I first brought anything podcast wise to Christian, it wasn't even the tea without the group chat. It was the dinero show. That's what it was.
Cute.
That was the name that I told him. I told him, I said, yo, just do it. He was like, oh, he's like, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it by myself. And I'm just like, well, we're going to have to find somebody to do it with you. And at the time, homegirls wasn't with it, so we ain't gonna say, but I was like, all right, whatever, I'll just do it with you. And mind you, I'm super shy. I was still like in my little shell, so I was just like, all right, yeah, I'll just do it with you. And that's why the first episode, I was like, he really took over the episode. I was so scared. The lights was on me. I'm sweating. We drinking Hypnotic and all sorts of dumb stuff. It was bad.
He got me.
It was bad, but he took over and he did his thing.
No, y'all both. I could tell like you was like a little nervous, but even for your first time, I feel like you did pretty phenomenal. Like, I think that
he rocked the ship though, and it's so funny because then a lot of people don't know he led every episode. He led it because I always had to follow his lead. He wrote it out. He led everything. There was only one time that I led the episode, and it went well for the first time, but it was still like, yeah, like Christian's gotta lead the episode, like I'm co-host. I like to be the co. Like, how like even in like the Breakfast Club, there's the DJ MV, there's the Angela.
I'm meeting her tomorrow actually.
Yeah, I'm the Just Hilarious and the Angela Lee.
Angela Yee. She's my favorite. No, I love
I'm the co on the side. I add my little 1-2s. I don't know what it is.
Yes, that's the person I was going to interview tomorrow. Remember I told you I was gonna split this in half. I was gonna have the first half with you, and then the second half is gonna be with my friend Akeem, who's a comedian, but he hosts the show with Angela Yee, and I was gonna have both of them on. So that's
she has
crazy.
Her whole own thing.
No, literally, like this is the episode for that. I was gonna merge both of them together. So the fact that you brought that up was crazy. But I definitely feel like this is gonna be exactly because I was gonna do as much collabs as possible for my last, kind of collaborative effort. Now I wanted to ask about two more things. DTB.
Mhm.
I seen y'all on live. How did you meet or get introduced to DTB or like the other baddies?
Wait, I was online for her?
Yeah, the dominant body.
Oh yes, I was on TikTok with her. I'm so sorry. I literally.
I'm sorry.
You're editing this, right?
I could edit that out.
Okay. Only 2 seconds. Y'all going out after this?
I don't think he is, but I am.
Where you going?
I don't know yet. I don't know where Kira's going.
Hold on. I'm about to do my shoot, which is like 20 minutes away.
Mhm.
Text me, grab my location,
Yeah.
where you going, and then just close it out with you.
So how did you get introduced to Diamond the Body and the other baddies from the cast of baddies?
Well, I wasn't introduced to her. I know she's very close friends with Anna. But it was just in a time to where I was just doing TikTok and battling, and everybody was just living for me, shooting me gifts whatsoever. And we just got on a live. I'm like, oh shit, hey bitch. And then
That was like y'all knew each other forever. That's why I was just like, oh, they gotta be.
Yeah, I'm just a cool ass bitch.
Yeah,
like
when
you know,
I first met you, I feel like I know you my whole life. No,
yes, that's another conversation. Yes. But yeah, we were just on TikTok. We were just battling, and me and her was just conversing and whatsoever. And she's like really a cool girl. Like she's one of the girls that I do like on the show, and we were just vibing. Like I don't know, like we were just like vibing. Like me and her could go up to eat dinner, drinks, or whatsoever. Go out to the club, and it should just be like we just, we're all friends.
Who would you say are like your top 10 closest friends of all time? You don't got to be in order. You could just say.
I don't have 10
or 5, 7.
Okay, so it would be, of course, Tyla, you, Anna, Kiara, and Maury.
I feel that. So I wanted to do this too because I wanted to end it off on like talking about something a little more deeper. But I wanted to ask if you could give like the audience advice, like both of y'all, like dealing with grief and pain, trauma, and it's Valentine's Day. So like for the people who might not be out there with somebody or might have lost somebody, like what advice would you give to people who like have to deal with that type of stuff?
Well, the advice I would give with grief, I haven't lost somebody too close to me. Everybody's been like grandparents and stuff like that. But in my mind, how I get through things pain-wise, I keep working. I distract myself. I keep working. I never stop. I don't slow down. When you slow down, you find yourself stuck, and it's hard to get out of that situation. So you keep moving and you keep going. You have tunnel vision and you don't stop. That's how I get through things. Now, somebody super close to me passes away. I don't know how that's gonna go. God forbid. You know what I mean? Yeah. But from my understanding, I do know, even watching other people losing, like really close from me to them, they kept pushing. They didn't stop. And stay off social media. Right. That will kill it right there.
At least don't feed too much into the negative side of it. But do you feel like keep like the consistency of going is a trauma response sometimes, or do you feel like?
Oh no, most definitely. But you gotta go through trauma. You gotta face the trauma before you can heal. People be like, "Oh, trauma." They throw out this trauma word and think it's something to be scared of. It's fine to have trauma. Right. We all have trauma. Right. But you have to face it to get through it. You can't just bottle it up and hide it, and then when it says peekaboo, you try to get all scary again. You just gotta face it, get through it, and move on, and keep pushing. Go straight through. Don't go to the side. Go right through the trauma.
That's deep because I do feel like I catch myself doing stuff like that where I'll be like, damn, I thought I was healed from that, and then I realize this old pattern.
Because you ain't go straight through it.
You didn't
really express yourself. You didn't really cry. People hear trauma and get so scared. Like, no, yes, that's my trauma.
You almost get offended.
Yeah, that bothers me. No, when somebody gives me PTSD, because that's also a trauma response. If somebody gives me PTSD, I let it be known right then and there. Especially now. Before, I probably didn't do that, but now you are upsetting me. You're showing me signs of stuff that I went through before. I don't want to go through that. What's going on? Let's figure it out. Like I said, you got to ram straight through it, because if not, it's just going to pile on. It's going to be an extensive amount of trauma that it's unnecessary. When you could have just got through it the first time.
Right. Even though.
And I've been through it all. Like when I say I don't feel like I've been through trauma only because like I just have a personality where I don't give a fuck, and like. Even when like I lost my grandmother, that was kind of like hard for me a little bit, only because I had to claw my way out of that situation. Like I was in a very dark space when I lost my grandmother, and I feel like that my mom had me at 16, so my grandmother was like my mom figure, and like she pushed, like she is the person that I am today, and I'm so thankful for her only because like she basically gave me the best advice to continue to be unapologetically myself. So that was like very hard for me, but like as time went on, like I was just like, okay, like I know she's good. She gave me a couple signs that I know I'll be good. But the most annoying, I'm not gonna say annoying trauma, but the annoying backlash was when we did the Love Island
Oh
thing.
yeah, that was kind of like
We like literally clips of Twitter of us talking about Love Island. We kept trying to get canceled, but we was never
you
canceled.
cannot cancel the king. Let me just tell
Yes,
y'all
we
that.
was talking our
You
shit.
cannot cancel
And
the
then
king.
also like being friends with like someone that's like a reality star. Like I think that's so annoying because I would say it's annoying is because like if my friend posts me somewhere, I'll look through the comments and I'm like, why y'all so mad?
Hating.
Because like y'all want to be in the same spot that I
Exactly. They
am.
want to be friends
Like
with
I
them.
would I could never ever feel like I have to hate on the next nigga or the next bitch because you're friends with somebody. Like and I feel like that kept getting annoying, but at the end of the day I was used to it because people was making these weird narratives that like I was in a relationship with Anna and
What?
like
No, it
I
got
think
so
I did
bad.
see one
No,
comment like
it got
that.
so
No,
bad
you right.
because our
I definitely
Valentine's
said that.
shoot, it got so bad. Our Valentine's shoot that we did, right? They commented under it and under my specific post and was like, "Oh, he's with Anna." Da da da. I'm like,
Oh, they think you
this
straight.
not
They,
this not you,
right.
our man. Please go on. I showed it to Christian. He was like,
That is literally my homegirl. Like every time she
men and
posts
women
me,
can
it's
be
so
friends.
like every time like we would go out or like she would post me on her Instagram or her story or whatsoever. Like everybody had like a negative comment and literally like I wouldn't even get mad. Like me and her would be literally be on the phone like laughing.
they were trying to call me the other girl.
Like,
Oh, you got you in the throuple.
Yeah,
Right.
they was like, "Oh, you the sad man." I was like, "Wait, what? How did that happen?"
They just label people
like in a bitch, I'm into some type of triangle.
Literally.
Like, am I jumping the phone like where the niggas at? Like
There's a
what?
love
And I had a
triangle.
baby, so it was really
Yeah, like what is going on?
Would you ever? Nah, I don't know if this could be on camera. But would you ever mess with girls?
No,
What? No, you know.
no,
Like, what if Tyler was just like, yo?
no. And the only reason why I say that is because like it's weird because like I still get DMs from girls like you're so cute or and I'm like girl sister.
I love
Like
y'all.
bye.
I love y'all so much, but I gotta go.
Wait, let me ask you one more question before you go.
Mwah.
Yes.
I was gonna ask. So you said something about like you haven't really like dealt with grief, but like you had instances where you had to call out of something, or you felt like people have to call out something dark every day. Have you ever had to call out something dark, even though you have never like lost somebody physically?
Yes. With my specific trauma has to do with men. That's my trauma. My trauma is men. So in that type of trauma, you remember the person, you remember what you went through.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even you missing the person, you loving the person. It starts to be you hate the person so much, but it's still on your mind. So once I got through that and I said, you know what, I don't hate this person no more. This person is just wrong time, wrong place, wrong time situation. Once I started to clear my mind and say, you know what, this just wasn't for me. It wasn't for me at that time, and that was God trying to show me that this wasn't for me and that I'm better than this. That's when I started to accept it. And honestly, that's really what made me get into more of me in my transition with Christian as well, because I was so stuck in that, like, this isn't working. I'm trying to make it work. And it's like, you can't make it. If God don't want it to work, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So that was my trauma. And even now, I still have like little flashbacks of, like, this is what it could have been if I would have still been freaking wearing sweatsuits, looking like a little boy, hair not done, slicked back. I have a lot of hair, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Looking like a little boy, not caring about myself and putting my all into something else, when the whole time I could have put my all into myself.
I feel you.
So then it's like a blessing. If you start thinking of it like that, like, oh, it's a blessing. I'm glad I did that transition, because I would have been stuck. Don't nobody want to be stuck nowhere.
No.
That's where it gets dark. It sounds dark when you're stuck somewhere and you start thinking, life could have really been like this, and now it's like this.
Right. And I feel like that's I hate the feeling of regret. Like that's just such a sick feeling. Like, would you
Oh,
still?
I don't regret it at all. You know why?
Mm.
And I'm gonna say this for all the young bitches. I'm sorry, can I curse?
Of course.
I'm gonna say this for all the
I'll
young
bleep
bitches
everything.
because it's a lot of young bitches that try to clown, and I'm not an old bitch. I'm still a young. So it's a lot of younger bitches that try to clown me. You feel me? I'm gonna say this now. I'd rather be went through it when I was younger in my 19 and 20s than going through it right now. Okay, I will not be 25 being manipulated, being taken advantage. No, if you're still at this big age doing that, you're doing bad, sis. I'd rather have went through that then than going through that now. So clown, laugh, haha, so funny. Ooh, she went through all of that shit. Yup, I went through it. I'm not going through it now. You're going through it. We're not the same, baby. At all.
10 out of 10.
And another thing to piggyback on that, I'm gonna say this very humbly and very calm.
You know when he do this, he's about
to. You have to have your own identity.
And with that, I gotta work out. I love y'all.
Later, Tyla.
You would never be me. You have to be yourself. Okay? What God puts through you, you can basically accomplish anything you want to accomplish. You don't have to be the next bitch. You don't have to be the next nigga. Just do what makes you feel happy and stop hating on what the other person got. Because if you keep hating on the other person God is not going to bless you because God don't like ugly.
Exactly.
So continue on stop hating and more hustling. Because while you hating, I'm getting more to the bag.
Period. And what would you say to your fans and the people that love you and appreciate you and want to see more from you, more lives, more podcast, more stream? Like, what would you say to those people who still waiting on you?
Well, I want to say I have fans. I would say I have more so supporters and haters. To the haters, you know. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Like, bitch, the last bitch that told me to keep the same motherfucking energy, they ended up in a motherfucking hospital, bitch. And more so my supporters, the people that love me, my close friends, like, I am rooting for you. Anything that you want to accomplish, I'm one phone call away. I give the best advice, and I will continue to cherish all the memories with people that I love. And I will continue to be basically me. But everybody that's watching, just be very consistent on what you want to continue to pursue. And I feel like that when you be consistent with what you want to pursue, you'll go further. And when I say go further, it's like never stop. Like even if there's a lot of obstacles or walls that's just in front of you, you could break that down by just being consistent and just being yourself. Like never continue to be the next person. Like be yourself. Like God gave you a personality and gave you a purpose on this earth to basically cherish or accomplish anything that you want to pursue. So just be consistent, chase your dreams, and never worry about the negative. Always worry about the positive because the positive always outweigh the negative.
Have you always had a relationship with God?
Yes, and that's one of my biggest goals is having a better relationship with God and definitely praying is because like if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be. And I'm so thankful that I am able to do the things that I'm able to do now and make him proud, make my grandmother proud, make everybody around me proud. So I'm definitely trying to have a better relationship with God this year. That was one of my biggest goals. And I feel like that's more so important. Like I feel like a lot of people don't have a relationship with God, and like they just see all the negatives and not the positives, and it's because you're not praying or you're not having a consistent relationship with God. So after I had a consistent relationship with God, He blocked down every single thing for me, like fake friends, people that don't need to be in my circle. And He was able to give me a lot of opportunities, and I'm very thankful for that. So
Heavy on it, and we're gonna end it on like two more things. One, I will say that I feel like if you choose God, God will choose you.
Yeah, amen.
You have to choose Him every day. Like it cannot be any lack of consistency. Because I remember there was times when I was like younger, I was like really depressed, really sad, and then I realized like I would just pray to God, and I woke up, I didn't feel that no more. And I feel like when you consistently give to God, He gives to you always. Like, and I was also going to tell them, I wanted you to let them know where they can find you. your Instagram, your Snapchat, everything.
Well, I don't use Snapchat no more.
Okay.
But if y'all wanna find a real fly nigga, y'all can find me on I am Chris Dinero, IamChrisDinero, and if y'all need styling, y'all can always hit me up through DM, and I also have my email in the file. So yeah.
Top 5 stylists that he not 5, but I just want to say I want to thank you to Chris. Tune in, like, comment, subscribe, and I want y'all to watch the next episode.